Yay! It's just another day, and yet we get so excited about Friday, especially for those of us that probably live in a world where we don't really do a 9-to-5 job anyways, you know, and have to do that clocking in, clocking out, and yet still, oh, it's Friday. Like every day is Friday. It should be Friday. Every day should be Christmas. Every day should be your birthday, right? Should use that word carefully. Is. Why not? I grabbed some breakfast this morning actually, and I couldn't decide if I wanted a biscuit or pastry, an apple. I knew I was going to get my coffee, so that was a given. And I ordered the pastry, and then she put it in the bag, and I said, no, I think I want the biscuit. I want the egg biscuit. And then I went, wait a minute, why can't I have both? I can have, no. It was like this tiny little epiphany, you know, again. I was like, oh wait, shoot, why limit myself? I have the means, I have the resources, it's here, she's already bagged, it's meant to, I'll eat it all at once or save the rest for later. So I have something to look forward to, which is the pastry after class. Make the biscuit. Why can't we have it all? Why don't we have it all? I know. I hear all the excuses already. Well, if so-and-so did this, and if I can do that, and if I hadn't done that in the past, and once I get that, then that'll fall into place, and if so-and-so keeps their promise, and then, and once I figure, and if once I do enough QiGong and yoga, I'll have it all figured out. Right? You have everything you need right now. And yet we're in the process of constantly creating. And the question for me this week is, why aren't people receiving what it is that they're wanting to create? And why are some people receiving the things that they think they aren't creating, they don't want to create? And I have a belief, and it's not mine alone, but the universe always says yes to whatever it is that you desire. It says yes to what you want, and it says yes to what you don't want. And most of us are creating what we don't want, because the universe says yes. I don't want to be poor. Okay. I don't want to go through another relationship like that. I don't want to live in fear. I don't want this. I don't want that. And so, however, people say, oh yeah, that's a secret, I get it, you know. You focus on the positives, you know, stay away from the negatives, and the universe says yes. I said, well, it's only one part. Because everything is vibration, everything is energy. From our thoughts, we talk about this in QiGong class, the mind leads the chi, remember? Where the mind goes, the energy flows. Rebecca, would you come here, please? Thank you. So I can see, the better to see you, my dear. And thank you for coming. So, one part of the creation process is just thinking. It's creating the thoughts. It's the first step. What is it that you want to create? Or what is it that you want to avoid? So that's the first step. The second step is believing, one, that you either deserve it, or two, that you really desire it, or three, all of the above. And so many people are in the process of saying, I don't want this, I don't want that, or I want this, I want that, but inside vibrationally, where when we drop the energy into the to the grace and gratitude space, aka the heart, that's when the order really gets placed. I use the analogy of going through a drive-thru. When you pull up to the big sign and you know, got all the stuff wherever it is, and the voice comes out of the box, and you place your order. But so many people place their order and then drive all the way around and out in the parking lot, and they never pick up their order. It's true in life too. I'm placing my ideas, my thoughts. This is what I most desire. But I'm just, or the other side of that coin is they sit. They never get up to the window. Excuse me, sir, please drive up. Excuse me, sir, please drive up. Excuse me, ma'am, please drive up. You're holding up the line. Excuse me. Do you want this order or not? No, I changed my mind. I don't feel it. So the next and important step to receiving, creating in the positive flow of the life energy is believing in receiving. Don't cancel the order. And if you say, I just can't get there, I just can't do it, I don't know why, then that's the thing to work on. I want to be happy. I just want to be happy. I just want to be alive. But the internal is, I don't deserve to be happy. My life's never easy. I was born to suffer. This is the internal dialogue. And the universe says, yes to that vibration. Otherwise, if these two don't align, the thought with the believing for receiving, it's as if you're just sitting there at the intercom in the drive-thru. I place my order. Now, put the car back in drive. Step on the gas and slowly proceed forward to the window, please. We will have your order ready for you with a smile when you arrive. But yet there's a third part. An exchange. In the drive-thru analogy, you receive your order, the food, the drink, and you pay with green energy, money. You have to be willing to part with something in order to receive, and this is the letting go. Everything, energy wants to move back and forth, and many people are wanting to create, believe they receive, and not give anything back into the world. I deserve it. Look how much I've suffered. I've come overcome suffering. I deserve it, gosh darn it, and I'm going to have it, and I'm going to create it, and I'm going to manifest it, and I'm going to do whatever I can. Right? No judgment. You know people like that. And many of them are very successful at getting what they want and creating what they most desire, because they've lined up the intention with the receiving, the belief of receiving. But if we're taking, and never giving back, what happens? Flow of energy stops. So it's always important to remember that whatever it is that we're doing, especially right now on this planet, especially what's going on, that it's not so much about how much we can get, how much we think we deserve based on our suffering, our hard work, our karma points. It's allowing this energy to flow within, to believe, to create, to believe, receive, and then send it back out. That's what we do so much in this practice. All of this stuff, send it up, send it out, receive it, send it down. We're constantly moving the energy through the experience, not storing it up like a squirrel collecting nuts. Although we can. Perhaps we have a larger giving to do later on. But it has been my personal experience. And I have this conversation, and I would dare say sometimes I debate. I don't argue that much anymore. Someone is so strongly held fast to their beliefs, there is no way I'm going to be able to take that away from them. And I said, okay. And you know when I know how to really piss someone off in that position? Well, let me know how that works out for you. I'm just serious. Tell me how that works out. 9 out of 10, not so good. If it's a limited belief system. So shifting our vibrations into the place, aligning our mind, our body, our hearts. Very, very important process right now, especially when we've got a major amplifier of energy descending on this planet. I see some shaking heads because I know you guys are feeling it. And why wouldn't we feel it here in Asheville, North Carolina? Because what? We're like a magnifying glass for energy. We're like a vortex. It's like, whew, walk out the door and you're like, dang. That instant manifestation, I'm seeing people do all the, create all kinds of stuff. Both in terms of what it is that they do want, as well as still the things they don't want. And I say, if you're still creating the stuff you don't want, then you're creating, but you're just not consciously aware of what it is you're creating. And there's gifts and there's lessons there. And someone said, well, yeah, is it just that easy to shift the vibration to affect what it is you experience? I said, oh, give it a try. If you're not getting what it is through the way that you're doing it now, what's the harm? Try it out. I can only speak from my own experience. It works. Because I believe it works. And the more I believe it and I'm willing to receive it, the more it works. Funny how that works. And once you start to shift the vibration in your own experience and you get the evidence, if anybody did read or see The Secret, you play with the parking lot situation, parking space, has anybody done that? Parking angels. Visualize a spot right near the boom. And I had my friends going, how the heck do you do that every time? I'm like, now it's just automatic. I've set the intention, the vibration so strongly, wherever I'm going to go, it's like I'm going to get a spot. I even tried it, like I don't want a spot up front. I said, especially in the summer in Atlanta, really, really hot. I said, I'm going to create a spot under the only tree in the parking lot, which is, 4 feet tall and maybe has a few branches, but it's partially shaded. That's the one I want. Could be in the middle, could be on the end, wherever it is. That's the one I get. So I tested it out, Oh, sure. Let's test it. Whatever. And once you begin to train yourself in tapping in and understanding how this energy works, how you can really hone, and that's what this practice for me is really about, really tapping in, opening up the windows and the doors, clearing out the obstructions there, breathe, letting go of resistance, and allowing it to flow through. Then, going back to the creation process, what is it that I must desire? What is it that I must feel about the thing that I say I must desire? And I let it go. And when the exchange comes back in, I'm willing to give back whatever it is that I need to give back in order to receive it. So I can keep it flowing. The universe is limitless. I can have my biscuit, and my apple Danish, and my coffee, too, if I so choose. And then you begin to affect the vibrations and the energies of all of those around you. Like attracts like. Well, it's very important to pay attention not only to what it is you're thinking and feeling, but then what you're saying. Because speech, as you can well tell, words, the vibration of sound, is a very powerful force. You can uplift or destroy an idea with a single word. So just be with that. One quick example of how you can affect the energy of a room. I did a workshop, a conference. I was asked to facilitate some meditation at a men's conference, weekend retreat a couple weeks ago. And I was presenting Qigong, and I had 30 minutes. No, scratch that, I had an hour. But I knew I was going to do some conversation before, do the mindfulness. Everybody was talking, it was great. 25 men, all chatter. I was setting up the chairs. There was a room just about, maybe about twice the size of this. And I said, how am I going to corral all of these guys in here? There's a lot of energy going on, and everybody was really excited about the weekend. It was day 2, and it was like, how am I going to corral? I don't want to be like, okay. So I said, shift the room with my phone. Why not? I'll tell you, I never actually have done it consciously like that. I've unconsciously done it actually. So I sat right at the front in a chair, crossed my legs, closed my eyes, and I breathed. And I breathed. And I saw everybody coming to their seats. Didn't say a single word, no bell was rung, nothing. Within 2 minutes, everyone was quiet. I was expecting it. You have the ability to move mountains. And then Jesus said, with the strength of a mustard seed. With the faith, with the belief. So what mountains are you going to be in? That'll be our intention today. What are you asking for? What is the vibration that you're sending? And we will hold this planet in that space as we practice. There's a lot of people suffering. There's a lot of people in pain. Pain is necessary. Suffering is optional. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Allow these words to fall within the heart and the mind, wherever they may. Let go of whatever does not resonate. These are my truths, which I share with you. You get to decide what yours is. So try it. And let me know how that works out. Good. So everyone here, and I want to welcome our online Qigongers. We are live streaming on livestream.com. And so, hey guys, apologize for the commercials. We'll get that premium kind of taken care of. It breaks. I found that the other day. Like someone's doing Qigong and then there's a 10-second commercial where, you know, it's like got milk. You know, I'm like going, oh, okay. Practice focus in those times, right? Really practice focus in those times. Okay. There he is. We're back. Life is full of distractions. That's part of the process in the beginning of this, is coming in during that time and people walking in and people getting water and, you know, the music. And notice I changed the music this morning a few times. I was testing something, and I'll talk to some of you about that later. But realized it was appropriate. Or maybe I was just having fun. I don't know, it's Friday. So. Sometimes it's a little bit of both. All right. So, Phil? Don, thank you. And I think we met before. Have you done Qigong before? Yeah. Okay, first time. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll go through just a really quick overall, and this is a good review for all of us. And then some of you, this is just, you know, your first time. Qigong? So, Totally Awesome Qigong is what it's called. Why? Because it's totally awesome. Don't take my word for it. Ask the others, for their experience. However, we really focus on the breath. So the subtitle is the Divine Breath. We'll go through approximately 4 movements, 4 forms. And we tap into the energies of internal, external, and universal. So these are the terminologies and the words that you'll hear. Internal represents just your higher being, yourself, your soul, your spirit, whatever you want to call that life force energy that came in before and will go on now. The external energy is, I kind of consider the body partially internal, partially external. It's actually more of a vessel. So, the external energy, as we expand it out, we have our subtle bodies, our mind, our mental, our emotional, and our spiritual bodies as well as our physical. Otherwise known as your auric field, if you would. And then the energy of the room, air, breath, breathing, life force. You can go without food for several weeks. You can go without water for several days, maybe up to a week too. Try going out without air for more than about 5 minutes. Don't do it right now. It's essential. Probably the most important. All of that energy within the life force, within the breath, and then the planet, and so on and so forth. And then the universal energy, the third form of energy, which is everything else. God, Allah, infinite mind, the great beyond, the big thing, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter to me. This is not a religion or a dogma. This is simply a conversation. You will feel the energy in one or a combination of 3 ways. Vibration is the most common, I should say. So a tingling in the hands, tingling in the feet, maybe a rush of energy. It feels like a shiver up and down the spine, from the crown chakra all the way down to the toes perhaps. The secondary one is heat. Now, because we're increasing the level of breath and we're focusing on our breath, that oxygenates our system, increases our metabolism a bit, creates heat. But also the chi itself, the life force energy, I've seen people break out in sweats. Usually I do have the fan on because it does get pretty warm, and a room can heat up a room, a group of people can heat up a room pretty quickly, moving the chi. And the third, probably the most significant in the beginning, is when we come to do the chi ball, looking for, tapping into, believing and receiving on 2 opposite ends of the magnet. And then we'll work with that. Chi is energy. Prana, Reiki, life force, the good stuff. It is all positive. All of the energy that you're pulling in will tap into the universal energy and the Gaia, Mother Earth energy, the divine. We utilize that as the divine mother energy, divine masculine energy. Not that both are either. They have a little bit of both and pull that into you too. And it is all beautiful, benevolent. There is no harm in this energy. It is very difficult to do with creative energy, with creation energy. Although the opposite side is disruption. So what are we wanting to let go? What are we wanting to release? That'll be part of the process. And then as we let go, we let in. That's really what it's about. It's a very simple concept. Question?
I was wondering if you focus on what you want to let go, in a way, aren't you drawing that to you to do something else?
Not if you're wanting to let go and you're actually in the activity of letting it go.
I learned a trick about that recently. That when you say like, okay, I'm letting this go, then you have to let go of letting it go too.
There you go. No attachments. You create intention. It is about creating intention.
That's so beautiful.
Yes. Yes. Trust your intuition. Trust yourself. And if it's something that you're not able to let go, if it's something that you're attracting more into, if you feel that's true, then guess what? There's a lesson there still for you. There's a reason why you have it and why it's still coming into the field. But that's a whole other conversation we're going to do. Okay? So we will do standing form.